We have movie series and recommendations, which I got. Somebody put Family Strokes on there.
Family Strokes. What is that?
Oh, Zach.
Oh,
When
Luke wrote that.
Oh.
It's probably a porn or something.
but Zach thought it was a real movie.
I did, bro. You was being stupid.
Like Family Strokes.
Bro, I hate this nigga, man. This is why we don't got this nigga on the pod.
He said, yo, y'all niggas seen Family Strokes on Netflix?
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
Welcome back to another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 51, huh? Whole squad in this bitch.
Yes, sir.
Including our son, Lukie, who's in his hometown right now. Not in Florida. Yeah. I didn't want to say this because you for whatever reason, Luke, you always like to be super secretive, even when it's like shit that doesn't need to be secretive. I don't know.
That's actually fact.
I don't know why you this way.
He's like, yo, don't tell no one I like Oreos.
Like Luke is the king of showing you a text message, and this is only for the people that's watching YouTube right now. But Luke will show you a text and then hold his phone just like this, so you can't. Oh wait,
you cover everything.
Yeah, Luke covers.
You
the name,
cover the rest of the text message, the name.
No,
the
but you don't even cover the rest of the text.
You know how people crop out things? He does that with his hands. He'll try to crop out a little spot and be like, just look through my thumb and my index finger right here. Don't look anywhere
That's
else.
facts.
Yeah, so I didn't want to say where you currently at. If you want to say it, go ahead. But now Luke, he on Zoom right now, and we figured out how to have him on the podcast while he's not actually here. And yeah, like I said, very excited to have my dog on, and hopefully this can be a ongoing thing instead of just once in a while.
Yeah, we're gonna try to figure out how to make him sound better too. So I feel like it's gonna sound like you're calling in from like a radio station. That's what I feel like, but I'm not sure what it's gonna sound like in post.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel good to be back, so I appreciate you shouting that out. But also, y'all know I'm the scariest in the house, so that's why I just like to be safe. Like, I had students come into my office, and they're like, "Hey, I saw you on a podcast," and I was like, "Fuck!" Like, I really hope it's not Save It for the Pod.
Yeah.
And luckily it wasn't Save It for the Pod. It was
it was the rapping one.
Yes, bro.
So this nigga had us deleting episodes or
you didn't delete
for no.
First of all, I did it, but it was just for me to be safe. Like, I'd rather just be safe than them.
You would have thought he was gonna lose his job that day.
Yes.
The way he was texting us and the way he was like, bro.
And you would also thought he said something crazy.
Zach, I know you're in back-to-back meetings all day, but you could just.
Yeah, this nigga kept logging into the Google account. Like, bro, you're taking too long. Like, I need you to answer your phone right now so you can send me the fucking verification code.
Podcast.
Bro, this nigga Luke is wild. This man just now telling. This is the first time we all hearing this. Like, it's been weeks.
Well, I mean, yes, it has been weeks, but still, like, I still would rather keep those that I'm like, you can see my face. I'd rather keep those, off or just archive them. But yeah, I'd rather just be safe. So that's why I hide shit.
Then don't say nothing inappropriate and you'll be all right.
Shut up.
You're just worried about us seemingly being associated with you. Like, you just say some wild in a clip next to him.
Yeah, but then don't be on a podcast.
It's really me, because I say some outlandish
No, that's true.
shit.
You do too.
But I just feel like in the moment sometimes that's just how what I would need to say or what I want to say. So I'm gonna say it
getting a joke
unfiltered.
Scary.
Yeah.
If it's a joke. But yeah.
Yeah.
But you were just back home last week, but in typical Luke fashion, you fell ill and were not able to be a part of the podcast. So we had your cousin on, which was a good episode. Shout out Mimi. But obviously we're sad that we didn't have our dog on the podcast. But you feeling better though?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. It's crazy because Cindy is still sick.
Oh, jeez.
So it's been probably like almost 2 weeks, because it was like when I first got there, and that was like the 22nd or so of November.
Yeah, that Monday after
So
22nd.
It's probably getting to that 2-week time, and I don't know how. Like she was taking medicine like every day, multiple things, Theraflu, emergency, all this. Honestly, I swear we switched immune systems.
Bro, you know how they say when girls are like super close or become good friends that their periods sync up? I think you and Cindy's immune systems are synced up.
Yo, Zach's out here believing that periods are like friendship rings.
No, that's what girls say.
That's actual fact.
No,
though.
when you live with them, yeah, but
Yeah.
like they become best friends with someone, and then
Yeah.
they're like, you know what? Let's just sync up.
Like Tatiana and Alexa were just tweeting about how both of them, like Tatiana started hers yesterday, and I guess Alexa started hers today. So
They're tweeting this stuff.
Yeah,
So
they
they're
are.
best friends.
Yeah, but
For this month at least, right?
yeah. Anyways, any other news that you need to let us know, Luke, before we jump into the
Well,
topics?
I got some stuff.
That
Go
nigga
ahead.
healthy.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, he is healthy. He did survive, but we did not see this man once
Nope.
while he was down here.
Nope.
Yeah, that is facts.
And I was excited. I was calling this man every single day.
You know how niggas get when they get
Every
fall in
single-
love. G. You know how that go.
Every single day before you got here. But on top, yeah, Luke also had a birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out young Lukington. Turned.
You can't give that away. Luke
Oh,
is
yeah.
gonna have to bleep it out.
And he was in Florida
Yeah.
for his birthday too, huh?
Yes, he
Yeah.
was here.
Didn't even want to do a drive by on the homies. Didn't even say pull up and say bye,
Mhm.
bye from the car. Niggas be in love and just different, bro. It's just stupid.
Well, I didn't even do nothing for my birthday.
It don't matter.
Yeah, we had planned.
Like, I didn't
to
even
meet
leave
you
the house
out
'cause-
somewhere.
Oh
You
yeah,
guys
yeah.
weren't feeling well.
That is true. That is. I forgot about that part. Like, okay, I would have seen y'all if I wasn't feeling well.
Right.
But
Sure.
anyway, yeah. I mean, she told me after the fact because I didn't know that we were meeting up with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But we had dinner plans, and
No,
then
you guys
planned
were
to
gonna
go
have dinner
out.
plans, and then we were gonna just slide to.
Yeah,
whatever
and we
was
were
out
gonna meet after. Yeah. But we canceled that and said that we would just reschedule when we feel better. Like because I was there till Tuesday.
there.
And we planned on going out on Wednesday,
Mm.
the Wednesday before. So we literally had like a week to go. But she never felt better, and I felt better maybe with like 2 days left. And so we just never did anything.
Yeah.
Like, we just stayed in and rested.
Well, you went thrifting, and
But
you ran
yeah.
into my mom and my sister.
Oh, really?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
yeah. That
randomly.
was I think that was like a Sunday or Monday or something like that.
Oh yeah, it was a Sunday.
A Sunday or Monday before we left.
You get
That's
any good
crazy. Y'all go
pickups?
thrifting, but y'all can't come see the boys.
Mhm.
It's wild.
You buy anything dope?
I did. I got shit. I can't even remember now.
Oh wow, was he
right?
A North.
No,
I got a North Face.
I was gonna say, knowing you wearing it right now and been wearing it ever
No,
since you
no,
left
no.
Florida.
That's probably. I wore it twice already, but it's a North Face. It's a North Face vest.
Okay, so you
Like
look
a
out here
down vest.
like Carlton.
Yeah, so
Thanks.
Phil definitely gonna think you look cute, bro.
No, not a sweater vest.
You
bro.
were in a-
Yeah, I know. I was just messing with you.
Did we ever talk about this on the podcast?
No,
how
what
Phil
he likes
thinks
puffy.
how Phil thinks
Oh,
that's the
yeah,
sexiest
yeah.
look. A North Face and
Yeah.
Uggs.
It's
And,
crazy.
You know,
It's
in the
crazy,
gray sweats. It has to be the gray.
bro.
sweats, right?
It's crazy because
No, it's
I
just
went.
black. Like I don't know if women still rock it like they rocked it when I was growing up. When I thought it was cute, but it's the North Face.
Bro, because I went. I'll be honest. I went out with some boots, gray sweats, and my North Face, like 2 days ago. Phil would have catcalled me.
No, because I don't catcall men. But
Yeah, but you still would have thought he looked cute.
Oh,
in
you
the-
thought he was
nah,
a little light, a little
niggas
light
don't look
skin.
cute to me.
So you don't think Luke's thick?
No,
Bro, you don't think I'm thick?
Luke out here
Oh,
with the
shit.
eats. Anyways, so right now taking place in Miami is Art Basel, which is a pretty.
Oh no, bro, we wasn't even done.
Oh, my bad.
Phil, what happened on Luke's birthday?
shit, I don't know what happened on Luke's birthday.
I don't know. We kind of shouted him out. Posted on Instagram.
Oh no, he fake, but it's
Yeah.
all good. I don't want to call him out
Bro,
like that.
how am I fake?
You know, niggas be fake. You know what I'm saying?
How am I fake, bro?
Niggas be whole fake.
Do it,
I don't even
bro.
want to call
Do
him
it.
out like that.
Do it.
He telling you to do it. Go ahead.
Nah, you niggas just be fake, nigga.
Nah, you know what? He could save this. He could save this for the get it off his chest if he wants.
Nah, because it was nothing to get off my chest. It was just an observation. I'm like, damn, Lukie was very selective on who he reposted on his birthday shots.
No, it wasn't. It didn't matter who it wasn't who it was. It was literally like I had several people post stuff, and I just picked a couple and posted it. It wasn't like I did. It wasn't like I did everybody but y'all two.
Right. And you're like best friend.
Or it wasn't like I was like, it wasn't like, I'm gonna only do my favorite people.
That's not
because I don't even remember. I don't even remember who it was. It was like Zach, my cousin,
He's doing a lot
and my
of talking.
girlfriend.
That's not the point. The point is, like I said, it was an observation. I was just like, damn, I didn't give my dog a shout out, multiple shots out. I'm not doing that next year.
Cherished videos.
Yeah,
That's
I had to dig in the archive for that.
I'm gonna just like go to one of Luke's old pictures, and then just like hit share to my story, and put HBD, and that's it. I'm not even gonna tag him.
Well, I appreciate the effort y'all put in,
Bro,
but I don't think reposting it means that not reposting it means that I didn't appreciate it.
It actually does on
because I'm pretty sure I said thank you still.
No, you didn't.
So.
You didn't say anything. Respond. You didn't reply.
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't. Oh shit! Okay, that was fucked up. I
said 0.
I thought I said thank you. That's my fault then.
Well, I definitely had the best story with Luke on the bike and Vibes Cartel bicycle playing in the background. I told Luke that's what he listens to every time he rides his bike to hype himself up. He just listens to Vibes Cartel.
Bro, this man takes everything he ever tries so serious. Like it's about to be like, like he's going to become a pro that day.
Luke goes balls to the wall with everything he does. Luke doesn't half-ass anything.
But this man definitely was going to try out for the Olympics in ping pong.
Oh, bro. Yes, I jumped into it.
I jumped into it. We were in Maryland for like 3 days. And my cousin Nick, that has been on the pod before, had a ping pong table in his basement.
Oh, yeah.
Luke touched the ping pong paddle. It was like, oh. Bro, he would not stop. You want to play ping pong? He went out. We were there for 4 days.
Yeah.
Bought a paddle, a professional paddle went to the mall.
No. Not a professional
It's probably
paddle.
like semi-pro. Like it's not like you paid like $40.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a professional paddle is probably like $500.
Do you still have this paddle?
But like if you're like really
I still have it.
When you're taking something serious, this is where you jump up to. It's not just like the wooden ones. It wasn't like like there was some where like, bro, you can just get this $10 one. He's like, nah, I need the grip so I can do the top spin. I didn't know he was up all night on YouTube just like.
Of course, bro. That's
a big fact. But
he might have been like on ESPN Ocho. ESPN.
But I still use that paddle to this day, the same one. And
bro, you burnt through it and you got a new one.
And it's in my office. So when anyone wants to come in my office, because we have in the building.
What?
No, in the building we have four tables.
Who wants
this
to
man works with students. He has a paddle in his office. Bruh.
Anyway, it's four table tennis tables.
Yeah.
In a row in the building. Mm-hmm. And so when my students are like, "Oh, you want to play?" I'm like, "I bet." And
wait, so when you buy a paddle, you just buy an individual paddle, or does it come in as a set?
No, it's individual.
It's an individual paddle.
And you can touch it, be like, "Yo," you can feel the grip through it.
Does it have a case?
It has. They have ratings.
Does it have a carrying case?
It's a 4 out of 5 star paddle.
Oh shit!
Do you have it engraved?
No, it's not engraved, and it don't come in a case either, bro.
There
are ones that come in a case.
Listening to this podcast right now.
Mm-hmm.
Make it awkward. Yeah, Cynthia, we're talking to you. But if she's listening to this podcast, we just gave you a great gift idea.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
Get Lukie an engraved professional ping pong paddle.
A table too.
That is a table. I don't got no room for a table.
That's different, bro. That's like probably a professor's like $15,000, bro.
Nah, you can get him a half a table so you can set it up in the corner like Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Just practice. Yeah.
But that is, AJ is right. Like when I jump into things when I'm interested in it.
Oh, we all know this.
I went and bought 2 bicycles.
Bro, when you first thought that you wanted to be swole,
yeah,
you were going to the gym 4 times a day doing the same workout.
The workout Lukie was the worst, bro.
And I would post most of them.
He would just post most of them, and then post a post picture of him Lukie facing in the mirror.
And this is when he was super into like watching Ronnie Coleman, and every time Luke would bench, he'd be like, "Light work, light work, light work."
I got a bunch of those videos. I was gonna post them on his birthday, but then I was like,
But this man,
I was like, he didn't post the first one.
Yo,
this man feeling hot.
he did. That is crazy. Because he was the people you, other than your girlfriend, the people you said like that you posted was like, bruh, what? So you lived with those people?
What?
That person has helped clean up like your throw up, bro. That person's picked you up.
Oh.
You're on a podcast with them. And you're posting them. Nah. It's just selection.
But
you could have more videos. You could have your light work. You could have swole Lukie on your birthday, but you want to act right.
But I fucked up. I'm sorry, Phil.
You ain't gotta apologize to me, G.
But I am apologizing. You just said people don't want to apologize now. And look at me apologizing, and now you don't want to accept it.
It was an observation. I wasn't like I was like in the house like he didn't repost. No, it's just like, then that's weird.
Bro,
posted up 3, and I'm like, I know AJ shouted him out. I know I shouted him out. I know hella people shouted him out. It's weird to only post 3.
Well, I was one of the 3, so I appreciate it, Luke.
I think it was probably because it might have been like something ref related.
Probably.
Was it like a ref picture of y'all two or something?
Nah, it was when he was on the bike. That's what I was saying.
On the bike.
Yeah, and then I had
his latest
trend. Yeah, his latest obsession.
This man has bought like 4 different road bicycles already, guys. This is what Luke's been doing.
Ew.
Not being on the podcast.
Not 4.
Oh, you got 2?
I got 2 bikes, bro.
You have both of them still, or you traded one in?
No, I got both of them.
He has one he rides for training, and he has one he rides to school.
Yeah, but
okay.
Yeah, and then the one that I ride to school is the same size that Cindy would ride. So when she visits,
they can ride together.
That's cute. Yeah, we can ride together
through the fall trees.
Yeah, and take pictures.
Aww,
and then
isn't that beautiful?
Take pictures.
Isn't that poetic?
Yo, this man bought 2 bikes. That's love.
All right, we ready to talk about Art Basel?
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Art Basel, Art Basel.
I feel like there's so much filling in that we have to do on Luke.
Yeah, for real. But Art Basel going on right now. Unfortunately, this year I was unable to partake in any of the events.
Same.
It ends on Sunday, right?
Yeah, there's still gonna be stuff tomorrow, but it's been like, and probably stuff on. They've been having Art Basel events since last Sunday.
Yeah.
Like this is the earliest it's ever started. Like before there would be like, all right, Monday night there might be like a dinner or something or but it has been on go for the past week.
Facts.
The airport's been crazy too.
Bro, traffic has been crazy.
Mm-hmm. Like this is like, I was telling you, I was like, yo, Art Basel keeps like growing exponentially every year. It's like, I feel like it's always been popping. Yeah. But I was like, yo, I've been going every year. And even like not last year because it skipped a year. That's probably why this year was so crazy too. But the one before that, I was like, yo, like people who aren't even art people are now down here.
Yeah.
Trying to create their own Art Basel, whatever. Yeah.
Well, it's mainstream. Like it's more mainstream. Yeah, it's getting mainstream. So it's like you don't have to be into the arts to just go down there and party.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
And then you can just act like you into the arts. Just go to an exhibit and be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Know who did it. I mean, I know the backstory, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know it ends this Sunday.
And it's Virgil's thing down here this year, too. So I'm sure that brought in a whole wave of another demographic of people.
Yeah. So what was it? Thursday night is when they had that fashion
Tuesday,
show.
I think.
Yeah.
Tuesday. I don't think it was that.
Yeah.
No,
it was Tuesday.
Had one like every single night.
Oh, okay.
Because they kept the statue
whole bunch
up,
of different studios.
Yeah. I think they kept the statue up all week, though.
Oh, you were talking about the Louis Vuitton one.
But I'm talking
about the Louis Vuitton one. The Louis Vuitton one was Tuesday.
Oh, was it Tuesday? Mm.
Yeah, because I was thinking about going, but my flight was at 9:30, but the show was at 5:30. So I was like, dang, could I make it?
Yeah, but Kanye, Pharrell, they were out there. And then of course,
Pharrell basically lives down here now. He's always here.
Really?
Yeah, I mean he has the hotel, like the Good Time.
Yeah,
that's his and Dan Grumman.
Bro, I'm just mad that I don't get to run into famous people like just on the regular. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I guess I'm not on like the east side of Miami that often, and like downtown and all that. But I just want to run into Pharrell or Ye or some shit like that.
Who's the most famous person you ran into?
Most famous person I've ran into?
Anybody on the pod.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Really?
Yeah, I could have touched him. We were at Wynwood, but he got out of the, like, it was like a forward escape.
Yeah.
Wasn't even a nice car. He also wasn't driving, and he was also in the back seat. And he was the tallest out of all the people he went with. Yeah. And it just looked like a thrifty rental or something. Not that he
we also seen Cardi B, AJ.
Oh, we did see Cardi B. She might be more famous. Yeah.
Anderson .Paak. I talked to him, but he wasn't Anderson .Paak. Like he was.
Who?
Anderson .Paak. I talked to him before he blew up.
Oh, you went to his concert?
Yeah, you told us.
At a show. Yeah. It was just like casual. I told him he had a good show, and then we talked for like a couple minutes, and then some girls came up, and I was like, all right, man, do you think? And just left.
The last person I can remember running into like that was Paul Pogba at UM.
Steven Gilmore.
I didn't really like run into him. I got introduced to him.
Paul Pogba.
Okay.
Might be like, I think it might be bigger than Cardi B, or no?
I'd say so.
Oh.
Internationally.
Yeah.
What's his name? The one that just fought Usman.
Colby Covington.
Covington, yeah. I was like,
yeah. Oh, you run into him all the time.
Right next to him at a fight, yeah. It's like, oh shit, it's Colby Covington.
Yeah, people down here he lives down here. People
but I hate him.
I think he's in Broward.
Yeah, but you asked a famous person we ran into. Him, I checked in Stephen Gilmore into a rental.
Stefan
Gilmore.
Steven Gilmore.
Yellow Wolf. I ran into some.
All of them into rentals?
Rick Ross. I was thinking recently, but I've met Rick Ross before too. You guys remember Hoop It Up? Who people from down here?
You met Kendrick Zach, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I met him at a radio station with.
The fuck you mean you never run into anyone famous?
I never said that. I just was.
You just said
you just said you wish. Yeah, you said you wish you would.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, like, but when I'm saying run into, I mean like I'm in a fucking restaurant and then they're right next to me or some shit. Kendrick, that was somebody else that I kind of got.
Yeah, but that's because no famous people go to Havana Harry's.
That's true. That's the only place. No, Zach would be in Havana Harry's and Yardbird.
That's true.
Zach Taylor.
Yeah.
Who's Zach Taylor?
What?
Oh no, what's his name? Not Zach Taylor.
Oh, Zach Taylor, the linebacker.
Jason Taylor. You mean Zach Thomas?
Jason
Thomas. Yeah, Zach Thomas. Yeah. I always get his name confused.
I think Zach Taylor does play in the NFL right now.
His hands big as shit.
Wait, Zach Thomas?
Yeah, his hands is fucking huge. I was like,
yeah, because he's not even that tall.
5'5". Why are your hands as big?
Yeah.
Check them in a rental too.
He's not 5'5" though.
He looks about like he's 5'6".
Really?
Yeah, he's short.
Oh.
And that's little.
He's just short and wide. It was weird. I'm like, you look familiar.
And he was not that slow either.
Yeah. It's like, you played for the Dolphins, huh? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
Bro, I've seen Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah? Bro, the way you described him, Phil, I'm just thinking of like, what's his name? The shark from Suicide Squad? Nanaue? You guys watch Suicide Squad?
Nah, I didn't
see it. Okay. Well, he was like a big meme also, but just shaped like him, a smaller person, or smaller, wider build. You said what? You saw who?
Trevor Noah.
Oh, Trevor Noah.
Tony Gonzalez too.
Trevor Noah, that actually reminds me. I saw Eric Andre one time at Wood or Yard.
Was he doing?
But you saw who at Wood?
Eric Andre. He's a comedian.
Yeah, I know who he is.
From Bad, like in the movie Bad Trip. Oh, that movie's hilarious. Yeah.
I'm pissed Zach wants to meet famous people, but he's met the most famous people.
I haven't met I've met famous people, but Eric Andre, that was like a running into. But even still, I didn't really like talk to him. But I guess that's like the last person I can think of. Everyone else that I've met that's famous has been like a formal introduction. But Ocho Cinco, that's like the one that I want to actually meet.
That's funny. You've never probably seen him in person, right?
Nah, I wish I did.
Down here.
Yeah. But anyways, we talked a little bit about Virgil. If you do not know who Virgil is, I'm hoping you know what Off-White is. Sneaker, lifestyle, streetwear brand. He was also the creative director.
Is this a design brand?
Yeah, of Louis Vuitton. and he unfortunately passed away. He lost a battle with cancer. Did they say what kind of cancer? Not that it matters, but did they say?
I didn't see.
I don't know.
Yeah, so he just passed away. Nobody expected it. It was very surprising to everybody. So, R.I.P. to Virgil. I'm curious to see what these hype beasts and sneakerheads do as far as the sneaker game goes, because obviously Off-White before his passing was
super expensive.
Yeah, super expensive. People were upselling them crazy. So now I'm not really in the sneaker game like I used to be, I guess. I mean, I was never like a sneakerhead like that, but I would always buy shoes. But Luke, I know you're a little more into it than I am, and especially your brother and sister. Do you know if Off-White has been upselling like that after Virgil's passing?
Yeah, it's gone up. Even like small items, there's been a bump in prices. So like I was looking at this IKEA, this IKEA Off-White collab.
Yeah, I like a lot of his IKEA stuff.
And it went up about, I would say 30%.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's it? I would have thought more.
I mean, I feel like 30% is pretty high. Like if something's selling for $90 and it goes up to 120. Yeah, that's a decent increase. Markup. Yeah. But I mean, obviously, like you would expect it to be a lot higher than that.
Yeah, it probably will be also.
Yeah, and when you go on StockX, some items obviously like sneakers and stuff, those will probably, I would imagine those will go up more than just like an IKEA bag.
Yeah. There was a pair of Off-Whites. I think it was like had got up to like 3 million or something crazy. My homie was showing me because he's like into fashion, but most of them are over 8,000.
If you go on StockX and actually look up like a pair of sneakers or any item, you can actually look at the
original cost,
the price. Yeah, the range of cost like over specific days. Like you can drag it.
Okay, it's like a line, almost like a line graph.
Yeah, like for stocks and shit. Like, you know how you can see it. Yeah. What That's it was crazy. In the past. So.
But man, I just feel like as of late, you said it the other day when he passed, like we're losing so many fucking legends as of late. I mean, if you just look past couple of months, obviously we lost Virgil, we lost DMX, we lost what's buddy's name that played Jackie Robinson and
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman. Like it's never. It almost brings me back to that. I forget what year it was, but the year that Michael Jackson died, where
so many people
where so many people died. And it always makes me think of that South Park episode, which is one of my favorites. But still, it's nuts. Hopefully, we don't lose anybody soon. I mean, of course, it's life and it's inevitable, but it's just sad. But shout out Virgil. Y'all got anything else as far as Virgil goes?
I mean, honestly, like, even though I was big into sneakers and my brother and stuff was big into sneakers, like, I think anyone can appreciate, because I feel like he was also giving back and inspiring other people.
For sure.
He did this, I know on YouTube, he was doing this thing a few years back where he would go and talk to a fashion designer who was like up and coming, or maybe had like even just started their fashion line, their clothing line, and told them like, okay, you could improve this aspect of it. Like maybe it's the marketing, or maybe it's like honing in on one garment instead of trying to do too many things. Like he was giving them advice on how to improve. And I think that was kind of cool to see. And I mean, it was the opportunity for, other people to learn from his success too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is crazy to think about, like him giving marketing advice, because none of the Off-White shit was ever marketed, as far as like I can think.
Well, not paid wise, but
not paid
wise. Like guerrilla marketing. There's other things.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
even just him like writing
his name also is
when he would meet someone famous and he would like write Air whatever on their shoes, like even that, because they're gonna post that to their social.
Right. That's true.
Like that right there is a way to build your brand. So
that's true. But all right, we can move on. This is a topic that I'm excited to hear Luke and Phil discuss. And this was Brittany Renner. She got Jackson State. It's a actually I'm not even really sure where it's located.
Mississippi.
But, okay, so Deion Sanders, he's the coach of Jackson State. It's an HBCU.
And they just won the swag.
Oh, did they? Well, congrats to them.
First time since 2007.
Nice. So he brought in Brittany Renner, which is a what do we want to call her? Instagram model, Instagram influencer.
Yeah, she's an influencer. She's famous in general at this point.
Phil might call her a gold digger. Might have some other names for her, but he brought her in to speak to the football team about the quote unquote game and how these women go after athletes. Honestly, I didn't I saw the video a bunch of times even before Luke sent it. I saw it, but I never really clicked on the video to see what she had to say. But just reading the comments and what y'all talked about.
Bro, it's only a 4-minute video.
I didn't click on it at all, so I don't know.
Oh, the entire video is only 4 minutes?
Well, the clip one that they showed, I'm
yeah,
sure the conversation was way longer.
I don't think they had a full clip. I didn't see a full clip.
So there was a link in a bio for it. That's what I saw.
So Luke, you watched the video. Go ahead and give a brief description on what Brittany Renner was talking about in the video.
Bro, I'll be honest, and I'll just say it outright that I feel like Deion could have brought in someone better, or just spent that money elsewhere. But for me, when she came in, she was talking about how athletes have something to offer and all of us have something to offer. And so, if someone slides into her DMs, and by the way, she said her DMs is full of blue checks. So verified people.
Yeah.
So she was saying, if someone slides into her DMs and she knows they got money or something to offer, she knows she also has something to offer. I guess I don't know what that is. Fame.
Box.
What you mean?
I mean,
that's exactly.
But I didn't want to insinuate that she was just giving a box like that. Yeah, but I didn't want to. I don't want to outright say yo, she's out there fucking anybody in her DMs. But okay, yes, she has box. She got status or whatever. So, she was saying, if someone slides in her DMs, you just have to be aware that people are going to use you and people are going to know that you have something to offer. And so you just have to be aware of who you keep around you and who wants what from you, and making sure that, you keep them at a safe distance or whatever it is. So that was partially what she was saying. But for me, I feel like that's Deion could have.
Yeah, I feel like she just didn't sound genuine when she was saying it too. It was she didn't. I don't know. It just didn't sound right.
But to me, it was
the message was okay, I get the message, but I feel like you're forcing this almost, or it doesn't.
She didn't explain it well. Even I thought she could have explained it better. Not necessarily specifics of what she does, but just explain the situation better. I feel like Deion could have just sat in front of his own team and said the same things that she said, and it would have resonated the same.
No, it doesn't resonate the same because
because what?
I like that he brought her in there.
Value.
Well, no, it's
but Luke, hold on, Phil, pause real quick. Luke, you also know, just within your job, if you told your staff a certain thing, yeah, it might connect with a few people, but if you brought in someone at the professional level or at a higher collegiate level than you and told them the exact same thing, they're going to hold that to they're going to put it up on a pedestal.
And also probably believe you more. It's oh, this guy who's this much higher is saying the same things as him. It must be true,
but
it must
Deion in his prime was one of the best athletes.
But
he has that experience that he knows
facts,
what he's.
But to hear it from an actual woman, that's gonna hold a lot more weight to certain people.
You don't.
Basically, what's going on is that message wouldn't have resonated for Luke in that room, but if we were in that room, it would have resonated for us.
And you gotta listen to the demographics. So all the dudes in that room, Brittany Renner could have smashed if she wanted to. So you bring that type of woman in there because, like, if all them dudes get on, that would be the type of chick that they would go for, assumingly. So even though if her messaging isn't great, if you get her in a room and be like, well, you know, I got something to offer. You got most of them dudes with common sense can be like, yo, this bitch a gold digger. But you hearing it from a gold digger mouth, it is different. And like I mentioned earlier, I think it's a good marketing tool for your program. So it shows that
you said both you and Luke make good points, because this was a whole text conversation. I feel like both you and Luke made good points, and both you and Luke made bad points. As far as a recruiting tool, I don't
know how it would be a recruiting tool.
Yeah, I don't think someone's gonna be like,
she's not.
You know
she's
what?
Not
I'm debating.
Maybe if she was
Alabama.
Maybe if she was given sloppy toppy. Maybe if she was giving sloppy toppy to everybody in the gym.
Yeah, then it's a great recruiting.
Well, no,
but you're telling me I'm choosing between Alabama and Jackson State if she's in the room giving me a speech?
You're not pulling Alabama's pool, first of all. Yeah. But you can still get the athletes that are probably like 3-star, 4-star athletes that don't got the grade that will probably go to a JUCO.
Yeah.
You can probably get them to come to the SWAC.
Okay, someone isn't choosing Jackson State over FAU because Brittany Renner is giving financial advice.
She wasn't giving financial advice, but you got to look at everything.
It's financial advice in a roundabout way.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's more so decision-making advice. But if you look at everything he's doing, you package all that together. So it's like, oh, not only am I giving them game on how to deal with these type of women, he had Young Dolph at one of the games. He like everything he's doing, he's putting the camera and saying like, "Look, this is what we building here."
Bringing attention.
Yeah, and so that for young black dudes, that's impressionable, especially now if you can if you have NFL scouts in there and you can start creating like people in your program going to the league, which is possible.
Okay, but get NFL scouts there. That right there is a good recruiting tool. But Brittany Renner is not recruiting.
But you're saying like the same thing you were saying for Virgil is what Dion is doing
for the SWAC. Like, are y'all not?
It's if you're saying Virgil is doing branding and stuff by signing people's shoes or whatever, and getting attention from that. That's the same thing he's doing.
Okay,
honestly, when there was things that it was something to offer, I didn't think she was just talking about her vagina the entire time too.
Yeah.
Like there was something for Dion to gain from bringing Brittany Renner there, and there was something for Brittany Renner to gain from coming.
I mean,
in the same exact instance.
This doesn't hurt the program or Dion. Like, I do think there are benefits to it, but Phil's saying it's a great recruiting tool. As if like
in a roundabout way, but in a roundabout way, it could be a good recruiting tool. But
you think every coach in America is going to bring in Brittany Renner? No.
There's a lot of other things that Dion is doing that are higher up on the list of recruiting.
Thank
things.
you.
But again, I'm not saying that it's his greatest idea.
Okay,
I'm just
how much you think they paid her to go and speak?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm asking. I'm just asking.
I would maybe 20K, 30K,
20, 30. Nah, so what?
Okay, so if they could, but if they could bring in like an accountant or something.
Oh
again, you're assuming
for that same 20. For that same 20K.
Look. Time out. I'm gonna explain it to him right now, because he's a victim to his own psychology. Like Luke.
Yeah.
We're talking about this on a podcast. It's not gonna be on the. No one's going to care if it's not Brittany Renner.
Yeah.
You only care because it was Brittany Renner.
Facts.
I mean, for publicity,
listen, like,
yes.
What he wants, Deion Sanders wants to happen is exactly what's happening. We're still talking about this a week later.
And it's not even just publicity.
Imagine kids are about to go play football somewhere. And they're like, yo, I could have this boring coach, or I can have this fun coach, or a culture or whatever that I can get behind.
As a recruiting tool, yes, it's better probably. Listen, it's probably better to get Renner than an accountant. Yes, because it would be more boring or whatever you want to say.
Not even as a recruiting tool, but in general. Like
no.
You know how it has your attention right now?
I disagree.
You know how it has your attention right now? Imagine the attention of all the guys that were actually there.
Yes.
Like what? They like They heard the message.
But what are they? Who are they gonna learn more from? Like they're gonna learn about. Bro,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But Luke,
they're gonna learn about contracts. They would learn about contracts.
Gosh,
Luke,
bro, what's more impressionable?
Who's saying that he's not doing that one?
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's true. That's true too.
But yeah, accountants aren't gonna tell him about what to do with these girls that are approaching him. Facts. If the girl who is the most infamous person for doing this coming like, yo, like people are out here doing this, I'm copying to it. I'm letting you know because Deion Sanders asked me.
What do you think is more beneficial for a young man in his 20s that could potentially go to NFL, right?
An accountant?
No, listen. No. An accountant, when they already have financial literacy.
The thing is, they're already doing that probably.
How are they?
I understand. Let me finish
okay, if they're not, what's more important? If they're not, what's more important?
Can I finish my point?
Yes.
You keep saying an accountant. One, they probably already get financial literacy, right? Two, they're 20 years old. They think what they know anyway. So what's more impressionable? A gold digger that just hit a lick off an athlete saying, "Oh, y'all need to be careful because y'all are lit."
Right. Because
that's way more beneficial.
Bro, listen, Luke. Look,
athletes are learning about financial literacy.
Oh my,
bro, do you know how many documentaries out and how many seminars that they have?
Hold on.
Phil said they're already learning about financial literacy.
Can I ask one question? Because AJ, you were actually a Division I athlete at one point. Did the basketball team get this kind of information? Like you'll have this answer for us.
No, okay. Not in that manner.
No, I'm saying as far as like financial stuff goes about players.
Financial literacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not lot. But not a lot.
Okay.
But it's also been 6 years.
Yeah. So I don't know what Phil talking about.
I mean, I know a lot of teams do get that. Like they'll bring in accountants. Yeah. They'll bring in.
They do.
Yeah.
And you can pay.
I wasn't saying that we didn't get that. Like we got it, but not like in the best way.
Yeah.
And I think people in general and programs in general are just more equipped and more adept at knowing like, okay, we have to do this or we should do this. It's the right thing to do this than they were before.
But they also do that in the league too. Once you make it to the league in rookie seminars, they talk about financial literacy.
Yeah, and that's for sure.
And that's like guaranteed. That's part of like rookie programs. But the thing is though, what's more impressionable? You can bring a $20,000 accountant in. Niggas gonna be sitting there like, oh, that's cool, but I don't really got the money yet. Or you could bring a gold digger in there, or they tell you about just women hitting you off for a lick, and they athletes, so they already getting that special attention anyways. You don't have to have $1 million to be a lick. The dudes that play for Alabama or these big programs, girls go after them right now because they gonna be up in the league. Like that's beneficial information.
You're right. But I will honestly, I would put my life on it that even after Brittany Renner spoke to them for an hour, if Brittany Renner wanted to fuck any of them, they would do it.
Oh,
if they wanted to get in she wanted to get in a relationship with any of them, they would get in a relationship.
Okay.
Well, just because they're getting the information doesn't mean that they're because again.
What's the point then?
Listen,
because
Luke, because I'm saying
they're gonna remember it and people are gonna talk about it everywhere.
Hold on, to answer Luke's question, he can bring in an accountant, which you're saying he could have done. Just because the accountant gives them this information doesn't mean
the information is more important, is what I'm saying.
How many rookies still?
I'm not saying they're gonna. Bro, I'm not saying they're gonna retain it.
No. I'm
not gonna say they're retaining it.
You're under the assumption that they don't already do that, or they don't have programs. Yeah, and that's so. Your argument is based on the assumption of information we don't know. Yes, that is correct. We should be only talking about the information we do know. So stop.
Yes, but you also did say that the school you went to didn't give you any. Well, not any.
Okay, they're two different things to do 2 different times, 2 different.
That is true.
2 different program, like that program.
You went to a bigger program.
No.
Anyway,
basketball is not a bigger program at FAU
than Jackson State.
Jackson State football budgets are entirely bigger than basketball.
And have you seen what they?
That's not true. That's not true.
Have you seen what their attendance look like since Deion got there? And they play on ESPN now.
It depends on
the school. It depends on the team. Yeah.
But I will say, I'm sure the athletes at Jackson State are getting a lot because, of course, you just talked about football budgets. They're getting
NIL now.
Well, yeah, they're getting all of that from the school.
Deion's getting them sponsored by other places.
But Deion is also paying a lot of stuff out of his own pocket.
Exactly.
Like the last names on the back of the jerseys, like he paid for that himself. And there's other stuff that I'm sure, like this whole Brittany Renner thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he paid that out of his own pocket.
He definitely. And honestly, she might not even have been paid to be like, you know what? Like, look at our brand. Like that's how some of these things go down. It's like, look at our brand. This is our daily impressions on the internet or whatever, and she's her own brand. She definitely has a manager of people looking at that stuff, or she's looking at that stuff herself to give her what her cost is. And like, yo, this is we're giving you this audience, and you're getting this audience, and we're giving you the platform to say this, and it's gonna be this big thing that it's gonna be beneficial for both. So it could not they could have paid her, or it could have just been a mutually beneficial deal.
If you're a college coach, you bringing in Brittany Renner?
I wouldn't be like I told you. Like I told you before.
If I'm a college coach like Deion Sanders, then yes. If I can do whatever I want, no matter what,
and I can just choose checked off.
Right, and I can choose to do something that's gonna go viral and bring my program more attention, and also probably make it through to the kids that I'm talking to. Because if I bring someone else to talk to them about the same exact thing, it's not gonna matter.
And like, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw her talk to other
programs or schools. Yeah, like if it was Alabama that did it, that's different.
You even said Alabama. It yourself. Oh, it would be more beneficial for if she did it at a Power 5. What if that's her starting rebranding her? You know what I'm saying? Rebranding herself. So I got to lick off an athlete. Let me go talk to athletes about how to stay away from women like me.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why it could have been a pro bono thing. Like no one paid either. It's just we're gonna amplify each other.
Yeah.
Again, man, I like what Deion's doing for HBCUs, and I like how he's going about it.
Same, but I wish this nigga would unblock me, bro.
Yo, that's hilarious that he's blocked.
Yeah, I think Deion's like the only celebrity that's got me blocked. I'm pissed. And he's like one of the only FSU players I like too. Mm-hmm. So the fact he got me blocked, that hurts my feelings. But anyways,
that's funny because there's almost no way that you're gonna be like, you can look at Deion's from the SIFBot account, but like I don't think he like, especially Deion, he probably doesn't ever unblock anyone or even look at his unblocks.
Bro, and I think the only reason, because the only time I've ever really tweeted about him was saying that Devin Hester was a better returner than him, and I think he blocked me after that.
You definitely would have got unblocked.
But yeah, Deion, if you're listening, or if any of the Jackson State players listening, please show this to Deion and tell Deion I'm sorry, and Deion unblock me. Thank you.
Bro, if Deion unblocks you, that'd be so funny. That's proof.
Yeah. But anyways, y'all boys been staying safe of the Omarion variant?
I mean, I guess I'm doing the same shit I've been doing.
You putting a mask on now for Lukie?
No, I've been doing the same shit I've been doing. Nothing changes.
Me? Yeah. I gotta wear a mask at work, and then I gotta wear a mask when I referee too. So
yeah.
So I'm honestly, the only time I'm not wearing it is when I'm in my house.
Honestly, low key, I've been feeling like Phil as of late because everyone's been pushing the booster on me, and it's not like so much that I don't believe in the booster. It's just like, yo, at this point, I'm kind of tired of doing all this shit. Like, if my work...
It is exhausting.
Yeah, if my work forces me to get the booster, like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. No pushback. But I'm not going out of my way to get this booster because at this point, I'm just tired of all this shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get the booster.
Because you need it.
But, yeah, probably. But, honestly, like, I feel like this shit is never ending.
Facts.
Like, at this point, I feel like maybe you just got to stay preventative.
That's
like
gonna be the new flu shot every year. The new COVID
if you can stay just trying to prevent it. I mean, by doing the simple stuff.
Yeah.
Like just a mask and all that.
Staying healthy.
But still try to live your life while you're doing all that other shit. Like don't compromise, staying in, or don't compromise doing fun shit. Yeah. But with that being said, I plan on doing some traveling this next year, so.
So that's why. You just wanted to be a loosey goosey.
But I feel like this is gonna be the booster shots is gonna be a flu shot. You're gonna have to get one every year, and I'm straight.
Probably.
Yeah.
I've never gotten the flu shot. Haven't gotten.
Never.
No.
But I will say, like, I kind of wish I would have gotten the COVID vaccine a little bit earlier, just because when I got COVID in February, I didn't have the vaccine, and I remember
was the vaccine available for. I don't think it was available.
Yeah,
no, I don't.
Available
because
in February?
I remember I got mine early because I lied and I didn't lie. Hopefully, no. But I mean, I'm an educator, but I said I was a teacher. But I got mine. I think I want to say around April or so, and I remember that was early to get it. So I don't think you would have been able to get yours in February.
I don't know why I thought February was like around when it was coming out.
That's when there was news of it, but it wasn't ready yet, I don't think.
Yeah, because Danny got hers early.
Because I know, like, bro, there's some days, even to this day, I feel chest tightness. And I'm like, yo, this COVID shit really fucked me up.
Yeah.
Like months later. Like the after effects and shit. And I know, Zach, you said the same thing. I don't know if you still feel that way.
What?
You got COVID?
Say that again.
Like the after effects for me, like even to this day, I still feel like chest tightness and shit, like just randomly during the day.
Yeah, you said I said that. I never had COVID.
Yeah, bro. And no, you never said that. You said okay, we were in person, and you said something along the lines of like, "Oh, I might have had COVID because I."
Because I think I was like just paranoid though. I don't. I mean, maybe I had it, but I don't think I ever did. But there were times that I was like. It was kind of difficult to breathe, and I don't know if that was just my asthma or what, but
yeah,
I don't know, man.
Yeah. So, anyway,
I think I just had
Omarion memes were pretty funny. Oh,
yeah, it was like my immune system battling the Omarion variant.
Yeah, but what'd you say?
And it was like dance battles.
I said I think I just had an aunt die from COVID.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, definitely.
You had a what?
An aunt die.
Like my mom's half sister, I think she died from COVID. I think it was.
Did
COVID.
you get vaccinated?
I don't know. She was like 400 pounds though, so I don't think it would have mattered. Cause she was on even if she's vaccinated, I don't think it would have mattered. Cause she was like super overweight, and she got put on the ventilators, and she didn't come off.
Yeah.
Yup.
Well, stay safe out there.
Yeah, definitely stay safe while you're in Walmart, because apparently a woman, she wins a $10 million lawsuit against Walmart because she stepped on a rusty nail, and I have a feeling Luke put this on there, and you were asking, would we sacrifice our leg for $10 million?
Wait,
she had to amputate. Yeah, she had to amputate her leg because of the rusty nail.
Yeah.
Heck no.
I'm sure.
I would never want to step on it. Oh.
No,
bro, that's so unfortunate.
I feel like she should. If she amputated her legs, they need more to give her more than 10 million.
Yeah.
Like how much of her leg did they amputate? Like it was like half a foot. And
I don't think it matters, G.
I mean, you gotta take this into context because I let him amputate like my big toe for 10 million.
First of all,
it said leg, so I mean.
First of all, your toes. I'm
your
not
toe bones
100% on this.
To your
your neck bone. Honestly though, I don't know if I'm 100% on this, but I'm pretty sure that your toes help with your balance. So even if you're just missing your toes, bro, your balance is gonna be off.
I'd be all right. For 10 mil, I can get a prosthetic.
It just won't run no more.
I guess.
Yeah, just again. If you stepped on it, at some point I feel like they would have caught it before they had to take off your whole leg. Hopefully, you would have thought like, oh, I stepped on a rusty nail. Let me go to the hospital's like, okay, where is an infection? Let us stop the infection like mid-foot, not like knee down. Like you got.
I mean, that would be ideal.
Yeah,
that would be ideal.
So what's the context? Like, how much of your leg did you lose? Because if it's just a little bit, now we got to think about it. That's all. I won't let them take my whole leg for 10 mil.
For me, 10 mil is not enough for even just half my foot.
Big toe. Just thinking about that, like it's different than accidentally doing it. If I think about, all right, would I trade half my foot for 10 million? Like you're just gonna sell half of your foot for 10 million.
I think the only way I can.
Like I might sell myself to the devil.
Only way.
This is like when Phil was gonna. I mean, this is when Zach was gonna get punched in the gut for $5.
The only way I could consider like would I do this or not is if I was older. Like right now, no. My answer is no. But if I'm like 60, 70, like at that point, do I need 2 legs? I could use 10 mil.
Bro, this man is really analytical about this shit.
Yo.
I'm just saying, like,
He's
at
like,
that
you know
point,
what?
I'll probably have kids, maybe
I need to sit down.
grandkids, like help them out. I lived a good life. I'm knowing myself. I'm probably still active throughout this whole process. And I think at that point, I'd be willing to sacrifice a leg for
Bro,
10
I
mil.
feel like being as active as you are and liking to run and stuff,
Yeah.
after doing it, you just be like mentally like super sad all the time.
Nah, there's like the
And, like-
paraplegic Olympics. You can find something to do.
Okay,
Oh, that's
it said majority of her right leg she lost.
Is there pictures?
No, there's a picture of her sitting in a wheelchair, but she's wearing a dress, so you can't really see the leg.
But no, at this moment, no, I wouldn't step on a dirty nail for 10 million. I like having my extremities right now. So.
Yeah, and I think honestly, it's weird because I think about this shit kind of often.
My legs hurt right now thinking about this.
Not like losing my leg, but because I use my eyes for my profession, like I always think about, damn, what if some like acid was spilled in my eyes or some shit and I couldn't see and I couldn't make a living anymore? Like how sad would I be? I think about that shit literally like honestly once a week probably. Like a lot more than I need to think about this shit.
That is so painful. Why are you thinking about that pain of your
I don't know.
eyes
Like
burning from acid?
I mean, it's not always acid. Sometimes it's other shit. I'm like, what if I get in a car crash and I can't see no more, and then I can't do what I love to do.
So losing your vision is like your biggest fear?
It's up there.
Oh man, if sense wise, I don't know if it could be vision.
Vision is, I would say, it's out of all my senses, vision would be last.
Like the last thing you'd want?
The last thing I'd want to lose.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm probably the same.
And I would probably think smell might be the first, even though
You could take smell away from me first. I don't really care to
but
smell anything.
if you can't smell, you can't taste. So that's like a double whammy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Is that 100% fact?
If you can't smell, you don't taste as deeply. So you'd probably have.
So you can still taste.
You can still taste though,
Yeah,
but
it's not the same. Like y'all was never little kids, and your parents would make you eat like Brussels sprouts, and you'd close your nose. So
but I can still taste it a little bit.
Oh,
yeah,
nah.
you get the rest.
But also, Phil's vegan, so he don't really need to taste.
Yeah,
I eat good, so I mean, smell that's not that important to me. It's like
I mean, taste ain't either.
No, I mean, I want to taste what I eat.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm saying if you can't smell, you won't be able to taste as well, and vice versa. If you keep smell, you won't be able to smell as well.
But if I gotta lose one of my, I guess, what do you call it? My sensations, I wouldn't. Smell gotta go first.
Yeah, I think
I'm not losing
taste.
touch or feel, or not. You can't take my vision away. Like I'm straight.
Yeah,
I'm straight.
I'd rather not smell.
All right. Anyways, moving on. One thing that I saw on social media today. Shout out Yami. She was someone that we brought up in a past episode, an early episode. She reposted something from a feminist page, so I'm sure Phil definitely follows this. But it said, a guy on TikTok asks ladies, "What does sex feel like for you?" And then it says, "I'm deceased" at the comments, and I'll just read a couple of them. So it says, this is the TikTok comments. It's like when you blow out a candle on a cake, but someone else does it. Someone else says it's like craving Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. Someone else says it's like biting into a chocolate chip cookie and realizing that it's oatmeal raisin. Let's read another one. It's like when your kids help you clean and you tell them they did a good job, but you did it all by yourself. And now I'll read one more. It said it's like your favorite part of a song comes on and Maps interrupts you and says make a U-turn in 600 feet. So this is how women feel about sex. And I honestly, for a lot of women, I feel bad for them because I know there's a good percentage of women that have never orgasmed or anything like that. And it's kind of like, damn, like what kind of dudes you dealing with? But for us as men, obviously, whether you making a woman come or not, sex is always great for us. So
99.9%. Most of the time.
99.9% of the time.
Not always, but
Damn, bro. So what's the percentage for you, G?
What?
It's 75% of the time.
It depends on when you ask me. Like
What?
when I was in college, it was like sex was about good 80% of the time. There were some times it was just like you had to, fake it because it just was like whatever.
Yeah.
Now what is it?
Yo, but you gotta think like I'm not even gonna get there. I'm not even gonna go there.
So it's like it just depends. It's like I wouldn't say sex is always great for a man just because we could ejaculate.
I mean, it's bro.
It depends.
Okay.
Depends.
It's honestly for me, it's 100% of the time.
Yeah, facts.
Facts.
100% of the time.
And I get bonus points, bro. So it's higher than 100%.
I feel like back then also, and more so than now, or like you of late in the past few years, sometimes you just had sex for sport in a way.
That's what I'm saying. So but again, it's not always great.
Okay.
But it depends. Like Luke and Zach, you've been.
But I also
that you actually really like and could see yourself with. So I think
yes, but even if I don't have an emotional connection, it's still good.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
But the thing is,
that's the difference.
But no. But usually, but it's like you are only going after someone that you really want to have sex with. That you really think is a super fine. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not just like
I don't want no one ugly.
I wasn't saying exactly that.
But that's exactly what it is.
No, but sometimes Phil it doesn't feel the same way. He doesn't just think that.
Man, I had sex with fine girls too, and it wasn't that great. And I'm like, I was super excited about it, and I do it, and I'm like, this shit overrated.
I think that's just you filling yourself into thinking that.
I legit.
Like, you know how you fill us into stuff?
Don't think I've ever had bad sex. Like I've had bad head, but like as far as like intercourse goes, like dick and vagina, like that shit's been great. 10 out of 10 times.
You lucky.
Wait, we might have to cut this, but.
Okay, you gotta cut that for real. You gotta cut that, Jay.
Hey, what's the time?
We gotta cut that.
It's a 101.
You gotta cut that.
Like, for the sake of our conversation.
Yes.
That I think also makes a difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that I think it does make a difference. I mean, I don't know, but I think it does. Because I've heard stories of people like, oh, you.
I mean, but back to the original point, if a lot of women feel like that way about sex, I would just be like, then it sucks to be you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've spoken to I shouldn't say a lot. I've spoken to a few women who, like, we just talk about past sexual partners.
Yeah.
And it's not even someone that, like, I'm trying to date or I'm talking to. It could just be a friend who's a girl. And they'll be like, oh, I've only come once in my life, or I've never come before from
which
like,
is
and
insane
and they'll have like honestly like 10, 20, 30 bodies,
bro, that's nuts.
And they'll be in relationships, like let's say they were in a relationship for like 4 years and they didn't get off once or something. Like at honestly, I don't at that point I think it's like you gotta find someone else.
Yeah.
And that's like our boy, which I don't know if we should put him in there, but the last video that he did, where he was like, oh, how long should sex last, or whatever the question was that he was asking people on the street. And a lot of people were like, oh.
Wait, who asked it? Oh, you said T. Pendel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was asking just random strangers, and he was like, how long should sex last? And some people were like, oh, 45 minutes. Some people were saying like 10 minutes.
Bro,
but honestly,
45 and like there were a lot of people saying an hour.
Saying 2 hours, yeah.
No, the thing is, like, people, like, when you're having sex, sometimes it feels longer than it is. So people are like, oh, I definitely was in there for 2 hours.
That's the other thing.
And it's like
your
honestly, it's probably been 30, 40.
Your perception of time is so off. Because I know for a fact it's not an hour.
Yeah.
Like Tatiana be saying, oh, we were doing it for like 45 minutes.
But
Tatiana, no.
it
like
also
15
depends.
minutes.
We also talked about it. It also differs, like, when you guys start the timer.
Yes.
Do you start it at...
That's true. Foreplay.
Well, he was including foreplay. He was including foreplay.
Yeah.
In his question. But for me, honestly, and I'll say this, my answer, I think when we first talked about this, was like 20 or so minutes
that's
is probably
perfect.
like
that's perfect.
20 to 30 minutes I feel like is ideal.
Yes.
Right? But I feel like my opinion has changed from when we talked about it last. And I think someone said this on the video, but it was sex should last however long it takes both people to get off.
Yes,
that's what I said.
Yeah. Like that's how it should be.
Exactly.
Like that's how and that's something that like, bro. Now that not now, but like in this relationship that I'm in now, like she gets off 100% of the time, and I get off 100% of the time, and it's always she gets off first, which is how I think it should be too.
Exactly. And so of course there's always I always see it on social media. There's girls saying guys are either good at going down on you or good at sex. They're not good at both. Which always makes me feel like shit because I'm the king of fucking eating box, and girls have always complimented me. So that makes me think like, yo, Zach, your dick game must be trash. But I will say, at least I'm always getting my girls off. Majority of the time, yeah, it's going down on them. Is it always dick? But no. But I feel like a lot of girls cannot come vaginally. Well, yeah, a lot of them come
vaginally.
Yeah,
through penetration, but that's like sex research tells you that.
He means through penetration,
penetration,
not vaginally.
Well, no, because some girls say I don't come vaginally, I come through the clit.
Clitorally.
Yeah, clitorally.
Stimulation.
Yeah. So, it's a lot more rare for me to make a girl come just from dick, no clit play at all. But it does still happen, but. I don't know, girls.
I feel like you just have to know what your girl likes,
I just feel like,
and do that.
But the girl also has to know themselves.
I was about to say that. Like from most of the women I've talked to, the ones that are like good at sex or they have great sex, and I'm not talking about with me, just women in general, know themselves and they know what they like, and they're pretty open sexually.
Yeah.
And so I would say if a woman's having problems getting off, like learn yourself.
Exactly.
Do some soul searching and try some new stuff.
Try some new stuff is the big thing.
Yeah. Don't just put it all on the dude and expect him to be like, oh, no, like.
No. I think Luke meant some other stuff, like a different guy.
But no. That's what you were saying. But my outlook on that has changed a little bit. I mean, when I was younger, there was someone in the video that was like, honestly, I don't care how long it takes as long as I get my nut off.
Yeah.
And that was me when I was like 18. I was like, I don't care as long as I get my nut off.
Yeah. And
that has obviously changed over time. But like it's probably the people who are answering that are probably dealing with like people who had the same mindset as me when I was young.
Yeah. Well, I think it would be dope to have some of my, obviously Tatiana, she'll give a biased answer whether she's telling the truth or not, but if I could get like some of my old flings to give their honest take on was sex with Zach good or not,
just send him a survey.
I really should, an honest survey. But what is sex like for y'all? For me, it's like when you when you stack up dominoes together, like pretty in-depth, not just like a basic line, but like doing a pretty in-depth domino thing and then knocking them down. It's pretty satisfying.
What?
That's what it feels like.
That's what he's saying.
I was like, what is he getting at?
Yo,
it's very satisfying.
I was locked in though. I was like, we're gonna get to the end of this, and I think it'll make sense.
I'm a little bit drunk, so
I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but I would, none of the things that was listed on that video or
so
that TikTok
not
or whatever.
Like biting into a chocolate chip cookie and finding out it's oatmeal raisin.
Absolutely not.
Good sex is like when you have when you got an itch.
An emotional connection.
No, good sex is like when you got an itch in the middle of your back that you can't reach. And then you finally stretch your arm out good enough.
That's a better one. That's a better example.
And you like satisfy that itch. Yeah. That's what good sex is like. Because then you're like, oh, I couldn't reach it, but then you get to it and you're like, oh, that feels so good.
Yeah.
That's what I would imagine. Like that's the easiest.
Honestly, it's a drug. Because it's just
bro, endorphins. It can get addicting, bro.
It's a drug. It's endorphins, and it like calms you and
that is very
relaxes
true.
you, or whatever. So
that is very true.
Yeah, it's technically a high feeling.
Scratching that itch.
Scratching it.
Yeah, and I'm an addict.
Getting the monkey off my back.
All right, let's skip. Like Phil's whispering. It's going.
Yeah, we got other stuff.
It's going directly in my ears.
All right. So next we got movie series and recommend. Or well, is there anything? Get it off your chest. You didn't want to talk about Luke, Phil?
This man here.
I ain't got nothing up to get off my chest.
Right. Like I mean, we
already got it off
his chest.
We
talked about it, but we just can't. We know now.
All right. So moving on, we have movie series and recommendations. What y'all got? Somebody put Family Strokes on there.
Family Strokes. What is that?
Bro, Zach.
When Luke wrote that, it's probably a porn or something.
But Zach thought it was a real movie.
I did, bro. You was being stupid.
Like Family Strokes.
Bro, I hate this nigga, man. This is why we don't got this nigga on the pod.
He said, yo, y'all niggas seen Family Strokes on Netflix?
I thought it was some real shit, bro. Oh, man.
I will say I did start,
Bro, when he said it, I was like,
bro.
Did he not know what he just said? Because he was looking at us like,
yes.
Who said it?
Nah, I thought
he's like, yo, Family Strokes on Hulu.
I thought it was a spin-off of Different Strokes with, what you talking about, Willis? What's his name? Gary Coleman.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. No, I mean, I didn't really want to talk about that. I do got a subscription, though. I think I told y'all about that before.
Yeah.
I got like a 6 month and I paid like a month or something.
Yeah, you did.
It was like a special.
Pornhub Premium?
Yeah, it was a special, G.
I didn't know this, but you're hilarious.
I was watching I'm watching season 2 of Love Life. I think it's on HBO Max. That show's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Was Jessica Chastain in it? And
I don't know. Danny was watching, like, she started season 2, and I was just sitting on the couch and watching it with her, and I was like, oh, it's actually a pretty good show.
Yeah.
And so.
You don't know the people's names? What is it about?
It's like a black couple, a black guy that was married to, like, a girl, and then he falls in love with another girl, and they just go through his, like, love life. Mm-hmm. I just like how it's produced. It's cool.
It's a movie?
It's a series on HBO Max. Okay. I actually would have never watched it, but, I just get reeled into Danny watching TV, and every now and again I'll find something that I like. Okay, yeah, Love Life. They got 2 seasons. I didn't see season 1, but I guess the seasons don't actually correlate with each other. Because when I told somebody else I was watching it, and I was like, oh, I just started season 2, they was like, oh, season 1 really don't matter.
So kind of like
you can start at season 2 and not
Haunting of Hill of whatever that haunting show is, or like American Horror Story.
Yeah,
the seasons don't
really feed off each other. Because I think they do like a different series of like love situations.
Yeah.
Each series.
Gotcha.
But season 2 is good. It's about it's a lot of black actors and actresses. So.
Okay. Nice.
Good storyline.
Anything else y'all streaming? Did y'all ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No, I didn't. But I probably will at some point.
No, I've been watching Our Planet a lot.
Like
on Netflix.
Because he wants to see
I got my I got the TV
high definition
and with the
he's like the colors.
No, I will give it to Phil.
They're hitting my retina.
That shit, like a lot of times I'll watch it to like go to sleep to.
Yeah.
And it is pretty lit. Like the picture is beautiful, and if you have a nice TV, like that shit's lit.
I was like, they should just play this in stores, because I was watching. I'm like, holy shit! And then like I hooked to my surround sound. I was like,
they do play it in stores sometimes.
Has your screen time gone up?
It now. Not really. Actually, I haven't been watching TV a lot this whole week because I've been I'm trying to fight next year, so I'm training way more. And Danny's been using it like I figured she would. So the only time I really watched TV this week was today when I got home from training, took a nap, and then
I didn't know you were trying to fight.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a Muay Thai tournament next year. I'm trying to do a couple actually.
I'm not trying to see you get knocked out though, G.
We'll see.
I said I'm not trying to. I hope you don't.
Hey, man, if it happens, it happens. So what?
Nah, it feels too hard-headed. You won't get knocked out.
But if you do get knocked out, I hope that when you wake up, you agree with us more.
It's hard to get knocked out like that in Muay Thai tournaments because you use headgear. And it's like amateur fighting, so it's like really hard to get knocked out. I mean, you might catch a body shot that'll put you down, but like actual niggas snuff you through the headgear, that's tough. Yeah. If I get knocked out like that, I might just throw in the gloves and don't fight no more. Like, I'm straight. But yeah, I'm trying to do a Muay Thai tournament next year, so I'm trying to lose 15 pounds or 20 actually. So
You want to be at 155?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gonna be at my weight, bro.
But I'll be a lot bigger though.
Damn.
Yeah. So, but I watched a little bit of.
So where is Zach's weight then?
150.
I'm 150 right now.
Yeah, but if he's gonna be bigger than you at the same weight,
yeah. If Zach would fight, he'd be.
Where is Zach's weight distributed?
Wait, what are you doing?
He'd fight at 145.
145 or 135?
I'd probably say 145.
I think Zach could probably 135.
Bro, I don't know if I can tone down anymore.
Yeah. It's just how much is 15 pounds?
But he's
you can
30.
lose. Okay, you can
That's
lose
a
that
tough
in water
15.
weight. You can lose that in water weight.
I don't know.
People lose 15 pounds or 10 pounds in a day.
Yeah, but I feel like they also got a lot of fat on them. Whereas
yeah, I feel like
if
135 would be pushing it because
5 to 8 pounds is probably the most I could lose. I feel like, honestly.
I feel like 145. You do 145.
Yeah.
I feel like 155 is pushing it for me.
You'd be a tall 145 too. You got long arms. You'd probably be decent.
Yeah. Anyways, we could talk about music. So I wanted to bring this up last episode, but didn't get it. Or actually, I accidentally skipped over it when we had Mimi on.
Wait, time out. You know Conor McGregor has fought at 135?
Really?
Yeah. He's also fought at, I don't know if he's fought at welterweight, but he fights at 155.
And he's how tall?
I think he's 5'10".
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe I could, but I feel like it'd be tough for me to lose that much weight. But yeah, so what I wanted to talk about last week was something that I saw floating around Twitter, and it was who had a more impressive family tree, Jay-Z or Lil Wayne. Under Jay-Z, it had Kanye West, Rihanna. Under Lil Wayne, it had Drake and Nicki Minaj.
Easy.
Oh, if it's
Jay-Z.
if it's those two, then it's Jay-Z.
Easy.
Yeah.
They both billionaires.
Yeah. So...
And impact the culture way more than any of the other two artists in their respective fields. So, you look at hip-hop, Kanye is way more influential than Drake.
Yeah.
You look at Rihanna, she's way more influential than Nicki Minaj, even though they have a super big, massive following. But Kanye and Rihanna, both brands expand outside of music.
I agree with you. I agree with you in the entire point. But I also agree with you as far as Nicki Minaj and Rihanna go as who's more influential. But I do think a lot of people, and maybe I'm wrong on this again, but I think a lot of people will argue that Rihanna may not be as influential as Nicki Minaj as far as music goes.
Nah, I don't think so.
Because when we look into the future, or when we're in the future, when we look back, and we talk about who is the most influential women MCs, I'm sure Nicki Minaj is going to get brought up. Whereas Rihanna, if you talk about, most influential, what would you call her? Pop artist?
But when you talk about music, they're not in the same space, though, either. Because you would put Nicki in hip-hop.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't put Rihanna in hip-hop.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. So Nicki Minaj, she's going to be seen as one of the most influential women.
Oh, for sure.
Rappers of all time, whereas Rihanna may not be seen. And I love Rihanna, don't get me wrong,
but I don't think Nicki has sold more than Rihanna's though.
Also off of I was about to say off the court, but away from the microphone, Rihanna's a lot more influential.
Yeah, I think off court.
So I don't know what Zach's trying to argue.
Off the mic is not even close.
No, I'm not arguing anything.
What's Zach arguing?
I've just been talking.
No, I'm saying I'm not, because I said as far as rapping goes, or as far as the music goes, I think that's a lot of people will argue that Nicki Minaj is more influential than Rihanna. But I think, yes, outside of music, both Kanye West and Rihanna are obviously way more impactful and influential and have made more money than Drake and Nicki Minaj.
But if you stick strictly to music, then you have a legitimate argument. Because now, you do. If you stick strictly to music, because now you have to look at Kanye just as a rapper.
Yeah.
And Drake as a rapper. Now you gotta.
Well, if you talk about if you talk about music, you're not going to talk about Kanye.
Yeah, you're going to talk about
rapper.
I mean, as a producer, but now, they're more they're neck and neck in that.
Yeah.
In terms of influential.
But now it sounds like you're kind of making the point that I made several podcasts ago when I was saying that Drake. I don't even remember what my initial argument was, but that.
Yeah,
Drake,
but you. The thing is, like we can say one thing.
Yeah.
And Phil is going to disagree with us.
That is.
No, we can say you compare Drake to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
It's not close. I'm saying if we talking under trees, when you say like who has the most influential tree,
no,
Jay
but we did talk about Drake and Kanye West, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but I'm saying you have an argument if it's only music. If it's who has the better tree, period, Jay-Z by a landslide. It's not close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because Kanye and Rihanna are both millionaires and their brands are larger than Drake's. Billionaires, and their brands are larger than Drake and Nicki Minaj in that same space.
Minaj.
So the only way to make it comparable is if you say, okay, which one has the best, like, if you only put them in music. Because you can't add fashion, you can't add clothing, you can't add none of that when it comes to Drake and Nicki.
Yeah.
Because it's a wash.
Bro, speaking of Lil Wayne, I don't know if this nigga was just trying to get a reaction out of people, and I don't remember the exact tweet off the top of my head, but it was essentially like Lil Wayne wasn't that influential. He was only popular or something, like implying that he was only popular for a short period of time. And then in that response, like he responded to his own tweet. He had a list full of rappers, which I agree that may be more influential than Lil Wayne. But then he had Young Thug and Future on the list, which both of those people, Lil Wayne has clear influence. Definitely Young Thug and Future. So it's like, bro, like.
People just saying shit for clout.
Yeah, exactly. But the fact that you can say Lil Wayne wasn't that influential, that big, whatever the fuck he initially said, like, bro, I don't know what year you were born in or when you started listening to music, but when I was in high school from like 05 to 09, Lil Wayne was huge. And then when I got to college, when you had like No Ceilings and shit, like Lil Wayne, I mean, yes, there were mixtapes prior to Wayne, like 50, who's big in the mixtape space, Fab, but Lil Wayne, like, bro.
I mean, every rapper named Lil, you can credit that to Lil Wayne.
There's that, like, yes. But bro,
even Lil Bow Wow, you just don't know.
I mean, not Lil Bow Wow,
he moves
but
so
like
fast across the floor.
All these Lils and Youngs and that shit's all from Wayne.
Yeah, and then he was asking like to list big songs from Wayne, and I'm like, bro, you can list major songs from Wayne from so many different eras. Like you could do it from when he was like 16. When it was like the block is hot and shit like that.
But for Lil Wayne, it's kind of weird though, because you can list huge songs, but some of his best verses have been on features. So a lot of times you'll go straight to either a feature or a remix of a song that he did on a mixtape, as opposed to going to like an album cut.
Yeah, because he
said, which kind of hurt his career.
Yeah, he said name something outside of Carter 2, but there's still a lot of shit that I can name outside of the Carter 2.
You disagree.
No, I disagree that his best lines are on his features.
Really?
I think his best lines are on his on his songs.
But I will say a lot of them are mixtapes.
Yes, bro.
Mixtapes is best
on his on his mixtapes
where he remixed someone else's beat.
But he's not a feature on it. He's the only one on it.
But you clearly missed what I said. I said his best verses came off of features or mixtapes.
Okay, off of mixtapes, but not off of features.
Bro, some of his... Okay, you wasn't in the club when Lil Wayne was popping like that. Like, for real, for real. I was. Trust me. Niggas was rap his whole... You would cut the song off after a Lil Wayne verse. Trust me.
Okay, bro, you're 3 years older than me.
But I was in... I was in high...
Bro, what you mean?
Okay, how many years of schooling? How many years of schooling
am
I ahead of you?
What club were you in that I wasn't? The fucking Nintendogs club?
Okay, when
you were 3 years older than me.
When Swag, okay, what was that? What mixtape is that? No Ceilings. When No Ceilings 2 was out, what grade were you in?
He was in. He might have been
2012?
in late high school.
2012? No, I graduated. I was in college. I was in college.
Yeah. You graduated in May.
Yeah, fuck you mean, Munchie.
And that again, bro. Do you want? That's
you wasn't
like
out like that, bro.
Yo, but you
wasn't. You was
in the club.
I was in the clubs, bro. Like the clubs. You wasn't in 21-year-old clubs. You just got to high school. What are you talking about? I just got to college. Okay, bro. Okay, you got it.
No, in 2012 he got to high school.
I got to college.
I mean, that's what I meant college. He just said high school. It threw me off.
22.
This is
Lil Wayne from like
I met you like in 2013.
08 to 12 is like I would you probably go before that is like prime Wayne.
Frame? We just keep switching the time frame.
Also, 08 you was
prime
08 you was not old enough to get into the club.
I was in the clubs, bro.
In 08?
Yes, Baby Phil was
Yes, bro. I was in the clubs and I knew the bouncers.
You wasn't 21.
You didn't have to be 21. I
told
you.
Okay, so then
13.
your point about me just getting into college is
but was you in the clubs? Actually, was you in the clubs? That's a different story. Like I was in the clubs in peak Wayne.
Wait, what is the initial argument?
That Wayne's best verses are his features and his mixtapes. And I said that kind of hurt his career because like you were saying, yes, you can point to popular Wayne songs off his albums, but when you talk about Wayne as an artist and his best verses and his best work, you're going to reference either a song he redid that wasn't an original song.
Okay, I don't know if I'll agree or disagree with that point about it being on features or mixtape stuff, but where I will strongly disagree, and this is no bias because obviously Wayne's my favorite rapper, nothing hurts his career. His career is goated. He's in the fucking, what's the president's head?
Mount Rushmore.
He's in the Mount Rushmore of rappers.
What's the president?
Nothing has hurt his career.
But okay, maybe hurt's not the right word, but when you think of like Hove and his best verses, you go straight to albums. It's not like you pulling out a Hove mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or when you go to Kendrick, you're not going to like a Kendrick mixtape.
But at the same time, okay.
Actually, Kendrick has some lit mixtapes.
I mean, he do, but his best work is on his albums.
So when Hove was in his prime, that was kind of prior to the mixtape era. When Kendrick was in his prime, that was kind of post the mixtape era was like what, maybe a 4 or 5 year range.
Yeah,
like the only people that
like
was
the
really
original mixtape. The mixtapes now are almost albums.
Yeah,
but before mixtapes are like you're taking other people's beats and whatever and then rapping over them.
Like the only people that was really popping during the mixtape era, like again, 50, Fab,
Wiz,
fucking
Wale, Wayne,
exactly,
Gucci, Waka Flocka, like that whole generation.
Dipset, yeah. I mean that. So
if it was in the club,
yeah.
Well, also you honestly, if a song comes out, yes, they'll play it in the club and you'll hear it right away. But they still gonna play that song 3 years later, and 5 years later. You act like they don't play that Meek Mill fucking Dreams and Nightmares still to this day.
Yeah, but the thing is,
like 5 times last night at my basketball game.
It is different when it first comes out though.
But that's on the album.
Think about
that's
Mo
my
Bamba.
point. That song's
think about
on the
song
album.
Mo Bamba. It's not gonna hit the same as it did when it was first out.
But people still gonna sing along.
Okay, but it's not gonna hit the same.
It's not hitting the same, bro.
And
also, Phil was not in the club in 2008, so let's not even.
Phil, 14 years old, would drive himself from the check
to the club.
No, check cashing place to check on the prices, the rates of roast beef
at
the local Arby's, and then take yourself to the club.
To think that I wasn't in the club in 2008 is you were wild. I was in the club in 07 when I was.
Well, how old were you in 2008? I was like 20, right?
I was 18, bro.
1 year later.
One. First of all, back in Illinois, we had a 16-year-old club where you could be.
Oh wait, that's true. I had a 16-year-old club too, but I had an 18-year-old club.
Yeah, Phil was definitely in the club.
I was in the fucking club.
I was in the clubs, and Phil was a couple of months older than me.
Bro, I
was in the club too.
Okay, when
I was really in the club too with my 16-year-old self.
Listen,
bro, stop playing with me.
When I was in college. Okay. Again. All right, y'all got it.
Bro, he's as tall as he was in 6th grade, so everyone's just like, all right, whatever.
That's fact. And I had facial hair.
Luke was out here.
I was in the fucking club, bro.
I'm sure you were.
Bro, he was Jersey Shoreing it too.
Actually, I will say I had a fake ID in college.
And you were gym tan laundry?
You don't remember? I had a fake ID when I was 18 in college.
I didn't.
I was from Oklahoma.
I didn't need a fake ID in college.
Funny story. I accidentally left it at my parents' crib, and they saw it. And they were like, "When did you live in Oklahoma?" And I started laughing.
Again, I didn't need a fake ID in college.
Okay, but that's not the point. Still, the point that I was in the club.
Okay?
My point is
the point that I was in the club. Okay. I was using that bike ID when I was 18 to get in the club.
Okay, but you wasn't in the club when Peak Wayne is out. That was my original point.
Bro, I was in the club at 15 at a 15 and above club.
Okay.
You just said you had 16 and older club.
Okay, Luke, you got it, bro.
Bro, was like I was at the middle school dances.
Yeah,
and we were lit.
Bro, exactly.
And guess what? I got my first kiss. Like
you got it, Luke.
Thank you.
That was the best time ever.
Can we extend either family tree outside of Drake, Nicki, fucking Rihanna, and who's the other person?
Yeah, you can go Dr. Dre's. Eminem's
no. I'm saying under Lil Wayne and under Jay-Z. Is there any other major rappers that we can?
That's under Lil Wayne and Jay-Z. Let's see.
Yeah, probably.
Because then you can extend it under Ye, and you can extend it under Drake. Yeah. But obviously, Ye's tree is way better than fucking Drake's tree.
Because you got Big Sean under Ye's tree.
Yeah, you got Big Sean,
Travis Scott, Kid Cudi,
Push. All the ones you just said.
Would he be under? Nah, Push was already out before.
Yeah, but he's still under Ye's tree.
Christina Milian.
He's got way better.
I don't know if you would put him under Ye's tree.
I think his best stuff has come.
Nah, because Ye didn't discover Push.
Okay.
You put in.
So Kid Cudi comes or no?
Did Ye discover Kid Cudi?
I feel like he did, but I don't know.
It depends if you discovered him. That's how the tree works. Like Hove, it's how you got on.
And Push really.
It's how you got on.
Push
was already on, though. Push was already on,
bruh.
Push was already on.
I wouldn't say to the
level he is now. He wouldn't say he's the same now.
He had grinding, and that was it, bruh.
No, he didn't. He had grinding. He had Mr. Me Too, bro. He was already on. Push was already on.
If you ask,
he got bigger.
If you ask Joe Schmo off the street, what's Mr. Me Too, they're not gonna fucking know, bro.
Most Joe Schmo.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But I think he definitely I think he's still under Ye's tree just because.
No,
when you said,
bro, his best music is.
If you would put Push under a tree, you would put him under Pharrell tree. Okay. If you put Push under any tree, he's going under Pharrell tree.
Under Kanye's or no?
No, Pharrell's his own tree. Yeah. You're not putting Push under Kanye.
I mean, Drake.
So someone put Pharrell on because wasn't he making beats for someone?
Pharrell put himself on.
Oh, okay.
Drake put on a few.
Because the clips came out with Pharrell, so Pusha T would go under Pharrell's tree, and Push had already had a career, which is why Ye put him as the director of good music.
Yeah,
he didn't put it he had his career, and Ye was a fan of Push.
Yeah,
and brought Push over. So it was yes, Push got bigger because it's Kanye, but he was already cemented. Nigga already could rap. Nigga was already doing his thing.
Yeah. Wait, but now that I think about it, you brought up a good point. So you said Dre's tree.
Yeah.
Wait, that's Eminem
and 50.
50.
On whose tree you saying?
Dr. Dre.
You put Snoop. Yep.
Oh, Dr.
You got Snoop
Dre.
under that.
Ice Cube,
Eazy. You got the whole NWA.
So Dre got the best tree. Yeah.
And then you would put The Game under 50 Street.
Wait, you count Travis Scott as Kanye's too. Travis Scott's kind of big.
Travis Scott's definitely under, yeah.
I mean, current big, probably Jay-Z.
Would you put Chance under Kanye?
Yeah. For sure.
I think so too. I mean, they never had a paying deal or whatever. Maybe they did. But he was definitely.
Dang.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't because he was never signed to him.
Oh, he never. I don't know if it matters if it's signed to them.
No, because then if we're saying signed, then we're putting Pusha T under Kanye.
No, because Pusha T was with Pharrell first, bro.
He's trying to change it. Why you trying to change it?
He was signed to Pharrell.
Yes, he was with Pharrell first.
Okay, but
so he's not. You cannot put Push under a Ye tree if he's with Pharrell first.
I don't know. I think you're moving the goalposts.
No,
yes, you definitely are. Because if we're not putting our chance
to go under a tree, right? Listen to this. It's Jay-Z had Rockefeller. Ye signed to Rockefeller. Rihanna was signed.
This nigga trying to teach me biology, bro.
Try Luke.
You associate Drake and Nicki to the Young Money tree.
Yeah.
Because they was already signed. Pusha T was already signed with Pharrell first. So he would go under Pharrell's tree because Pharrell put him on.
Yeah, but Kanye purposely didn't sign him.
Kanye wasn't even Kanye at the time when he went with Pharrell, bro.
But wait, I'm talking about Chance. That's what we're saying. You're moving the goalposts on.
No, so you can't put Chance under Ye Tree if he was never good music. And like good,
but
there was no role.
No, but then you're defeating your whole point.
Yeah, like being good
Push.
music doesn't mean that
Push was good music. So
after
okay, listen. It doesn't matter if someone influenced and mentored you. That doesn't mean that
that's not how the tree works. That's not how the tree
works.
Yeah,
you got it
in your mind. But
no,
in general,
in this
like
argument, that's how the tree works. You're putting Jay-Z's tree versus Wayne's tree. That's how the tree works. They're signed to Rockefeller and they're signed to Young Money. Okay. Well, you going against the argument. And Pusha signed to
good music.
That was after he was signed to That was after he was signed to Pharrell and the Neptunes, which is totally different. So if we put and it's going back to Dre signing Eminem and then signing 50 Cent. They were all under Interscope. They were all under Dre.
I felt like if Kanye's son was a rapper and Kanye just never signed him because he's like, you know what Chance did was right, we would still say that he was influenced by Kanye.
Yeah.
But based on
Chance is growing up in Chicago, always wanting to work with Kanye, working on Kanye with his first debut album and subsequent albums, working with Kanye on Kanye's albums. He's definitely part of his tree.
No, but if you looking at it's not about influence. It's about who you signing and bringing into the game. Like Chance was doing his own thing prior to Ye, and it would have been different if Ye would have been like, "Oh, I got a new artist. I'm about to introduce y'all to Chance. He's on good music," and then Chance blows up. That now you under Ye's tree, but he didn't do that. Like he did that with Big Sean. He's like, "I got a new artist. I'm putting Big Sean on Big Sean's code, and now he's associated with good music." That is the tree. So Chance is not a part of that tree. And in this argument, that's the Young Money versus Rockefeller tree.
If that's what you think the tree is, then I understand your point. I don't think the tree's that.
Okay, well, but you're going against what the tree actually is in terms of this
argument. To you.
It's... Okay.
You're not even one who asked the question. If we ask the creator, maybe they don't agree with you that that's the way the tree is supposed to be.
No, we're looking at it in the context of the question, right?
Okay, but I'm saying the person who made the question... Maybe you are misinterpreting it. Maybe you're misinterpreting the context.
How do you misinterpret
it? Tell him he's assuming, AJ.
How am I misinterpreting it, though? What am I misinterpreting?
So you're misinterpreting. You told us we were misinterpreting it, right? It very well could be that you were misinterpreting it instead.
We don't know.
How when the artist
we don't know, Phil.
He said how.
Because we didn't create it.
He's saying how and then repeating his interpretation that he knows and understands we don't agree with.
Yeah.
And you don't know definitively that we are incorrect, and you do not know definitively that you are correct. So therefore, what we said was
you're wrong again.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Anyways, anything else as far as music goes before we move on to sports?
Currency dropped a new album.
Oh, of course he did.
Exactly.
And he's under Wayne's tree, right?
Of course he did.
He's under Wayne's tree.
Well, Wayne brought him in the game, but he didn't stay with him.
First time I ever heard of Currency was on the Carter 2.
You would put him under there.
So Wayne might have the better tree.
You listened to Currency's album on the way down?
I've been heard his album. I've played it a couple times. It's only like 5 songs. So most of the albums are only like 20 minutes, which is why he put out so much music, because it's not like 60-minute projects. So he just breaks them down and does like 5 songs with a different producer, and it's all nice.
That's pretty cool.
All right. Any other music?
Music wise, Luke, anything? What do you listen to when you rap?
Did Gunna put out something or no?
I don't know. I've been listening to Punk a lot, and some of this.
I know he was supposed to have something coming out soon.
Punk.
Yeah, Punk by Young Thug, and then Kodak's recent thing.
I thought you meant Punk.
You like punk music? Rock? Yo, I had a friend who went to this what is a screamo or like a metal concert?
Yeah.
The people there looked like they were not enjoying themselves. Like it was just like white people with like long hair and like cut off shirts and stuff. Well, she did not fit in this crowd. It was kind of hilarious. And they were just like standing there. Like it was like a video game concert. You know, like when you're like in like or like people are in the club and they're just like standing there kind of like floating around. I was like,
that's like that.
No one is having fun. But I guess like later on the main band is coming on, and that's when they do all the crazy stuff.
That's like that. That's like that Coi Leray concert that everyone keeps reposting.
It was worse. It was worse than that.
While we're on like Koi, so not just Koi, but like a lot of the big time women celebrities. Like I just feel bad for them because I feel like they're always getting bashed. Koi Leray and like Kim Kardashian are the two that come to mind. But like Koi just out here making music.
That
I mean,
sucks.
it's not for me. But like
trash.
she's constantly getting shit on. Like being skinny, like twerking and stuff. Like anytime she
seemingly
performs,
having fun.
Yeah, it's like, bro, just let her live her life. Like y'all always shitting on this girl for no goddamn reason.
Bro, that's just the world we live in right now. It's shitty,
true.
but
that is very true. But anyways, all right. So college football. We'll talk about sports. College football. I know I'm the only one here that really, really watches college football. Phil just got back into it now that he got his TV, so he could watch Bama. But college football has been going nuts the last couple of weeks. I don't know what's been going on, but it's been exciting. Real quick, I'll talk about my bias, the Miami Hurricanes. We recently parted ways with our athletic director, which a lot of people have been wanting. We might be hiring a new coach soon. We currently have a coach on staff. It hasn't been announced that he's been fired, but everybody wants him fired. We are trying to hire Oregon's head coach, Mario Cristobal. He's a Miami guy. He played for the Canes. We are also looking at Lane Kiffin, so I think it'll be one of the two. But some of the other stuff that's been happening, Lincoln Riley, he left Oklahoma, went to USC, and bro, I don't care about Oklahoma, but I kind of feel bad for them because a lot of players, big time players, have been going into the transfer portal. Like current players have been going into the transfer portal. Current signees have been decommitting, trying to go to other schools. USC's been going crazy with commitments because Lincoln Riley is there. And I've been hearing, I mean, I don't think it'll happen, but Cliff Kingsbury, the Cardinals coach.
Yeah, for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, they've been saying that he's been potentially looked at as the new Oklahoma coach. Because I think he was there before. I can't remember off the top of my head. But, of course, that happened. Spencer Rattler, who was the front runner for Heisman at Oklahoma, mid-season, he got benched.
Imagine, but leaving the NFL to go to college? I mean, the checks are probably similar, but it's like...
I mean, years ago, no, you can't say that. But now college coaches have been getting paid stupid money.
Well, not for nothing. Once you go to college, you can control everything. In NFL, you only control so much. In college, once you're a big-time coach, like, you run everything. You get the players you want. Like, you can't do that shit in the NFL.
Yeah, on top of that, college, you're doing way more work just because of recruiting. Like, college is nonstop. I mean, NFL too, but because Urban Meyer, I've been hearing, like, he has no interest because something I was going to talk about, Notre Dame, Brian Kelly, he was their head coach for years. He's been a decent coach. He hasn't been
going to LSU.
Yeah, he went to LSU, which it was also funny. I don't know if y'all saw when he
changed his accent.
Yeah, when he addressed the team, this man all of a sudden, because he's from like Connecticut or some shit like that, he all of a sudden had like a fake ass Southern accent on, which was funny as shit. So a lot of people have been clowning him for that. But once he left, a lot of people were anticipating maybe Urban Meyer leaving the Jacksonville Jaguars to go to Notre Dame because I think he had coached there, maybe played there. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that. But of course, that's another major thing. But I was talking about Spencer Rattler. He was a Heisman front runner. Ends up getting benched midseason, and then of course because Lincoln Riley left for USC, now he's in the transfer portal. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes. Florida hired a new coach. Cincinnati, who's number 4 in the playoff picture, they just won their bowl game today. Their coach, Luke Fickell, he's also another Notre Dame potential candidate.
I thought they gave it to Marcus Freeman already.
No, they did. He was, but I'm not sure where Luke Fickell will end up. I imagine that it'll be hard for Cincinnati to keep him another year, but who knows? I mean, again, this college football season has been absolutely ridiculous. last week, actually, I'm not even going to touch on that anymore. But that's kind of what's been happening in college football. Like, there's a lot more, but I just wanted to give y'all the quick rundown.
Yeah, because it's getting to bowl season soon.
Yes. And the top 4 looks like it is solidified. So right before we are kind of, as we were starting the podcast, Auburn, Alabama, SEC championship, that concluded. Alabama won. It wasn't really a blowout, but Alabama, after being down 10-0, kind of had the game in hand.
You don't consider that a blowout? That's a convincing win.
It was a convincing win, but I don't know. But I think Georgia. Wait, did I say Auburn? It was Georgia and Alabama.
You said Auburn.
Alabama, I think, will jump to a number 1 now. And I think Georgia will maybe fall down to 3. Cincinnati, I foresee staying at number 4. And then number Michigan 2 will stay Michigan, because Michigan is the game still on?
Yeah, it's still on.
Okay.
It's halftime.
Yeah, so they're up right now, and I think they will win. So college football, like I said, it's been going nuts. I want to know what. Oh, Miami also kind of. It hasn't been officially announced, but I think Miami has their new athletic director, which was Clemson's athletic director. And if you know anything about Clemson, they won the national championship a couple of years ago, and they have a pretty good athletic program, I think. So good time to be a Cane, but hopefully it's not depressing years upcoming, because y'all know how I feel about the Canes, and I can't take any more losing. I've been spoiled by every other sports team, Chelsea, Tampa Bay, Lakers, but the team that I care the most about is the team that sucks the most, and I just want to see us do well. But that's all I got for college football. Y'all got anything else?
Nah.
Oh, NFL. While I just brought up the Bucks, Antonio Brown, as well as Mike Edwards, suspended 3 games for falsifying COVID
vaccinations
cards.
Stuff.
Yes,
he's so stupid because
what was what was the difference between what Aaron Rodgers did and what he did?
Nothing.
So no, what he did was
nothing.
At the time, he submitted a fake vaccination card. So after he submitted a fake vaccination,
AB?
This AB. After he submitted a fake vaccination card, he went and got vaccinated after he found out how it's like a federal crime.
Mm-hmm.
So he was scared. So he actually did get vaccinated. But at the time, he told the league he was vaccinated. He wasn't, and gave him a fake card. And then I don't think Aaron Rodgers actually ever gave a card, because
he didn't give a card, no,
because Green Bay didn't require it. He just said that he was treated, or he was I forget the word they used. He was taken care of or some shit. But he never actually. I don't think he actually ever said he was vaccinated. He said something like, "Oh, I'm immune." He implied it, but he didn't say it.
It's the same thing except for one person falsified documents, and I guess that's
not the same. That's not the same thing then. It's not the same thing. You submit a fake document. It's not the same thing as insinuating that you're vaccinated, because you.
That's true.
You didn't come out and say, "Hey, I got the vax." You just said, "I'm good. I'm good," and nobody questioned you.
Yup.
I can admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah, so AB stupid though, because his chef snitched on him because he didn't pay him, and he could have paid his chef the $20,000 or $10,000, whatever he owed him, instead of getting suspended and missing 3 game checks, which is probably more than $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I meant to tell y'all this the other day. Of course, I'm gonna be biased towards all Miami athletes, South Florida athletes, and when I say Miami, I don't mean University of Miami, just people from Miami. But I feel like you look at any of these niggas that are retired, and all of them still look like they could go. The other day, Ocho and Frank Gore posted a picture. Bro, this nigga Frank, I mean, I know he just played last year.
He's boxing too.
Yeah, he's going to be boxing Darren Williams in a match soon. But Frank Gore still looks like a fucking beast, bro. Like, this nigga could still rush for fucking 1,600 yards tomorrow if he wanted to. Ocho obviously still looks like a beast. Andre Johnson still looks like a beast. Like, all these niggas still. So if y'all got kids, just move down to South Florida, give them some of this South Florida water, and they'll be Gucci. But that's all I got for the pod. Y'all got anything else? Lukie, you got anything else?
Not really.
All right, well, it's been a pleasure having you on. It was fun doing this virtual shit. Hopefully for the listeners, it was just as fun, and y'all enjoyed having Luke back on. But It's been another episode.
100,000, she gonna win with the turban on. They don't fuck around about that education. For 100,000 tuition, she finna smoke her.
She automatic right now, man.
Yo, she finna smoke her for 100,000. Look at her like, people fucking up my education. I think this shit.
I haven't seen her miss. Oh, there we go. But it's been another episode.
Wait, can we give them context? They're watching.
So right now we're watching the Michigan and who are they playing?
Iowa halftime show.
Yeah, so it's the Big Ten conference championship game.
Yeah,
they have the Dr. Pepper thing where they pick random people to throw the balls into the hole, and this girl, she has a hijab on and she did not miss a single shot.
She missed a couple, but there's a I assume she's Muslim or Islamic. You say Muslim?
Yes, they're Muslim.
Muslim, yeah.
Islam is the
against
religion.
like a white girl, and I was like, yeah. And the winner gets $100,000 check for their education. She not about to lose her. She smoked
like,
her.
Oh, they're serious about their education.
Hey, they are.
Yo, this man.
Yes,
they are.
I mean, they are.
She just won 100,000 right in front of our eyes. So congrats to Sinene or whatever her name was. But it's been another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 51. Phil, hit the drop.
Wait, are there any famous 51s before we leave?
Jonathan Vilma.
There we go.
Peace.